Yeehaw.
Well, I love that particular rendition.
Is
Good
that the
morning.
Ventures?
That was Los Picnics,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Pekenikes. Pecanics?
Something like
Uh,
that.
something like that.
Yeah, it's because they're pickers.
So,
So it's
and good
all
morning,
done
CK.
acoustically.
How's it going? Yeah, I know. It was 7:01. I was making an edit to the stream title.
he was screwing around, lost track of time.
So,
You know how these guys are.
yeah. Yeah. I know. That ah,
Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you.
and the youngin decided to finally to arrive.
Good morning.
So now there's some grace and beauty to this thing.
Yes.
Who are you and what have you done with Dar?
Yeah, just keeping you on your toes, Ramen.
I'm scared.
Don't
I
be
got,
scared.
yeah, I'm very scared.
You got nothing to be scared about.
He must be one of them good Bigfoots.
Johnny Blaze, good morning to you. So last week we decided we were going to talk about, as Dar fortunately reminded me, some movie
Well, you're
quotes.
the one that decided. So I just reminded you what you were talking about.
Well,
Oh
we
my.
we got off on the movie quotes, and I said, well, we probably ought to continue this on Friday.
Because despite what you may think, my head is not a sieve.
Mine is. it's, it's getting there. It's getting there.
All right, so I just threw out the first movie quote and nobody seemed to notice.
What? Oh,
And
can
I
you
got no
repeat it?
idea
Because
where it's
because
from.
I was in the high school playing basketballs, wearing high heel sneakers, acting like a
Ew.
queen. So that's from Cheech and Chong, Earache My Eye.
Oh, I never saw that. Okay.
See. Here's the thing. Most of the ones that I know, and I'm going to be throwing out here today, I probably thinking you guys are probably going to think I'm some sort of weird maniac. So that's okay.
Oh, we've already gotten that established. It's not an issue.
Yeah, I am weird. I will tell you that now.
And let's see,
And
Wiki has joined us.
Hey, Ricky.
Morning.
see now, Wiki's really good at this movie quote stuff. He knows them all.
Uh,
Uh, yeah,
So
I'm more of the traditionalist when it comes to movie quotes because, like, I got dragged to see a couple of those Cheech and Chong movies back in '78 and '79. But
yeah, back when life was cool.
yeah, whenever they played at the base theater, I got dragged over to see them by my roommate. He thought they were great
oh.
movies.
I don't think you agreed with him, huh?
Well, I never got into the drug culture movies. I never got into them. So, but then, hey, my roommate. This was back in the day. My roommate was a pothead,
Oh, wow.
and he. This is back when the Air Force said, okay, if you were E1 or an E2 and you got caught smoking dope, He spent 30 days over in the rebluing session, and that was the end of it.
Back when you
You
used
know,
to get a second chance.
right.
Those
And
days long gone, man.
he even got caught with enough that he took with him to on a weekend trip
Oh my God.
that he should have done jail time for, but he didn't. And Okie Native, good morning to you. But I just closest I ever came to weed is a guy handed me an unlit one, and I just passed. I looked at it. It was wrapped up in a yellow paper, and it looked disgusting, so I just passed it on to the next person.
No.
But then I didn't even smoke cigarettes at that time. Or what? No, I was smoking cigarettes because I started smoking them basic. I just wasn't smoking heavy. I was only smoking a couple a day. Yellow Submarine. Now that was a good movie. That's a movie from my childhood.
What, Yellow Submarine?
Yeah.
From your childhood. Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah. Dave's not here, man. Leave the gun, take the can of
The
cannoli.
cannoli.
Yeah,
What? Say it again. You guys passed
Leave
me
the
up there.
gun. Take the cannoli.
Yeah.
from one of the Godfather movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And let's
Dave's
see
not
here.
here, man. Oh
What do
God.
I hear?
I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to place it upside the right side of your fat little face.
That's not exactly what he said, I don't think, but that's from Billy Jack.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
One of the greatest movies ever. Tom Laughlin, one of the greatest actors
oh God.
ever. Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not.
I'm sad.
Yeah, you are, but I mean, the first Billy Jack movie was a good movie.
It was great. The
Really?
other ones,
Yeah,
not so much. Yeah, the first
yeah.
one was fantastic.
They should have left it alone at the first one.
Yeah. Well, the Trials of Billy Jack was kind of interesting. I didn't
No,
mind that so much.
Billy Jack movie. It was heavily political movie.
Oh, it
Very
was definitely,
anti-establishment, anti-Vietnam,
yeah,
anti.
most definitely. Most def. But,
Yeah,
so a lot of people of my generation were highly traumatized by the whole Vietnam experience. Um, because, because like in my case, my dad was, um, in Vietnam, right?
right.
And so there was many of us, I mean, not to get sad, morbid, or anything, because I know this is a Friday stream, but when you're sitting in your classroom and, NCIS comes in and starts pulling kids out of the class because their fathers have just been killed in Vietnam, it's kind of, then they don't show up for like 2 or 3 more weeks. And then they, they don't show up again because most of the time their mothers are kicked off base, right? Because they're no longer married to that service
Hmm.
member. You can't live on base if you're not married to a service member.
That was
So
the one cruel thing I always thought about the military.
yeah,
That
it is.
that uh, the families that lived in base housing were giving just like a week or so to get off.
Well, they were given a little bit more time, but yeah, they weren't given much time. And you go, okay, well, your husband's no longer with us. You have to go do something else.
Right.
And that is kind of. I always thought of that as a little
You know, I, I
sad.
I've seen it as short as 30 days. They've had to find a new place to live.
Trying to do that today? Holy shit.
and you just can't find a place to live in 30 days
No.
and arrange to move and everything else. I always thought the military, that was something
Well, they do tell you that
scuzzy.
if they wanted you to have a wife and family, they'd issue you one.
Yep. They just spent they just spent out at one of the bases that got torn up by the hurricane. They
Yeah,
just I think they said they spent $6 million buying or building a new child care facility for family members.
yeah.
$6 million on a facility. I'm sitting there going, you got to be nuts.
No, apparently not.
I mean, that's, but anyway. So, Ramon, what is your first movie quote of the day?
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna hug my child.
Okay.
Oh, murder hugs.
Yep.
I mean,
Murder hugs. Murder hugs.
just regular hugs, probably.
I don't know of what you speak. Okay.
Uh
I'll
huh.
I'll give you something easy. I speak jive.
Airplane.
Airplane. Yep.
That's my favorite fucking part.
Actually, that and when they're all well, there's so many great lines from that, and but of course I can. And quit calling me Shirley.
I really don't like the movie, but that one part I absolutely loved. It's fucking
Absolutely.
Beaver's mom.
It looks like it
Yeah,
was a
Jim
bad day
Cleaver.
to quit smoking.
Yeah, looks like it was a bad day. Bad day to quit sniffing glue. Of course, my all-time favorite one is when the guy's walking. The bald-headed guy's walking through. He says, "What do you make of this?" He goes, "Approach a pterodactyl." That makes me giggle every time. What do you make of
Uh,
this? Approach a pterodactyl. Come on, that's funny. That whole movie's hilarious. It's nothing but one-liners.
yes,
Mhm.
it really is. It's
Do you like Little Billy? Do you like gladiator movies? See, a lot of those jokes you couldn't tell today. You couldn't make that movie today. There'd be
oh
people all upset about everything.
yeah, they would uh the you'd be censored.
Oh, and then some.
You're right.
Again, yeah. What about Blazing Saddles? Like you could not make
Oh
Blazing
my
Saddles
god.
today. There's some really good one-liners from that too. Like you know, uh, it's Headley. Because at the time Hedy Lamarr was a big star, right? And his name is Headley, not Hedy. So yeah, I absolutely
Where are the white women at?
yeah
Come on, somebody had to say
yeah Mongo.
it.
My favorite scene in that movie though has got to
Oh,
be was one of my favorite scenes has got to be the fart scene, the campfire fart scene, beating
Oh
beans.
yeah.
I mean, of course, I mean,
My Schwartz is bigger than your Schwartz.
oh, I hate that. I didn't even watch that movie. I couldn't do it.
Let's jump to ludicrous speed. Who's an asshole? They're all assholes. No, there's some really come on. That movie is kind of funny.
Joey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
We're a
then
bunch of sick puppies here.
yeah,
You guys
yes,
are
we are.
sick,
I mean,
sick.
but before we started the stream, that's why I changed the thread tiles because we're talking about Cool Hand Luke,
Hmm.
and what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Mm,
Strother Martin, man, that he played that role of captain to perfection. A mean little son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He he was one of those when he was a kid growing up, got picked on because he was always smaller than everyone else. That was that character.
Yeah.
Grew up being bullied, so he got himself into a position where he could be the bully.
mm.
But
Holy shit.
then, well, here's a quote that fits today. I was a
Okay.
better man as a woman than any woman's ever been as a man.
Tootsie.
Tootsie.
Yep.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. See, for me, it's I. I don't. I saw Mrs. Doubtfire.
Uh huh.
I don't. I don't recall if I said all the way through Tootsie or not.
It was real slow
I
starting
think I
up.
did. I think I did sit all the way through it, but it was quite some time ago. So you know, very few movies like really stick in my head. Um, you know, because a lot of times I just watch them and ignore them afterwards.
There's
And
actually kind of a cute story about Dustin Hoffman when they were doing when they were starting Tootsie. They took him aside and they did his makeup and everything to test it out and his costume, whatever. And he looked at it and goes, "Oh, great! Now make me pretty." And they're like, "That's as good as it gets." And he got really mad over that for a while. He did
I
not
could
make a pretty
understand that.
woman.
No, and
No.
I could see that he wouldn't.
He actually, I didn't actually watch this movie till like 3, 4 years ago, and I looked at him like, Jesus, that's my second grade teacher. He looked exactly like my second grade teacher in that makeup. It was weird. Yeah.
That would be weird. And you remember that kind of stuff? See, I don't remember my second grade teacher, third grade teacher. Well, that's probably because I had so many of them, but I don't remember hardly any of my teachers.
I can remember my second and third grade teacher because, well, basically they were the same teacher,
Yeah.
but because the way that's where they started teaching us cursive handwriting.
Oh.
And remember those big old sheets of paper that had the dotted lines you had to trace?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Okay. And she was so, I mean, she was the rule. This is back in the day when teachers could wrap your knuckles with a ruler.
Ooh.
And she had an 18-inch wooden ruler she carried around with her. And
Yeah.
she'd pop the back of your hands with that. Mrs. Schwartz.
Oh my God.
She could pop the back of your hands with that damn ruler like it was like a
So the
rattlesnake.
Schwartz was with her.
Oh God.
Was she strong in the Schwartz?
I kick
She
him, please.
she welded that uh, wooden ruler like a bullwhip. Crack.
So she was strong in the ways of the Schwartz.
You know.
She was strong in the ways of the Schwartz.
Yeah, I know. You love me, Ramen. It's a curse, It's a curse I have. To know me is to love me.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah, it's what it is, and I've learned to accept it.
Well, my first and second grade teacher were the same like you had, and she wasn't allowed to beat us with the ruler, but she carried it around and she would smack the desk and swing it, and you can hear that whoosh in the air. And yeah, she was real scary with it, but I remember her mostly because she was always so well put together. Like her hair was perfect, she had her makeup done perfect, she had these nice little prim outfits, and That's how you had to dress back then. You couldn't go in jeans and a t-shirt to teach class, especially as a woman.
My
You know.
Mrs. Schwartz dressed like my grandmother.
Mhm.
She had the dress that came midway between her knee and ankles,
Yep.
and it looked like she just pulled it on over her head and then put a belt around her waist, which is like
Yeah.
5 inches below her boobs. And
Wow. Sounds like she was short.
Mommy, is that you?
Yes, it's me. Who else is it gonna be, little weirdo?
I don't know.
well, yeah,
What?
to a kid in second and third grade, every adult's big. So, but yeah, she probably was a short woman, but
Oh God.
uh,
Today is Friday.
yes, it is.
That's my daughter. She's all disoriented.
Ah,
What did you say?
Said your hair looks nice.
Don't
ah,
encourage her.
It's 7
yeah,
o'clock. It's 7 o'clock.
yeah. Now there is one movie quote I get tired of hearing because it's in every damn uh speech where they trying to pump you up and keep you from quitting doing whatever you're doing.
Uh-oh.
It's it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
I've
How
never
much
heard
you
that
Yeah,
one.
can
from
take
Rocky.
and keep moving forward. That's how winning is
Oh,
done.
okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
Burgess
Rocky
Meredith from
4?
Rocky. Uh,
Or was just Rocky 1?
just Rocky.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really like that movie. So,
I did like it.
of course you did. You're a
This
man.
is what he was. That's the speech he was giving his son.
I
Uh,
I got one you probably won't get.
what's that?
Beware of the dwarf. And no, I'm not talking about me.
Oh, what's
Beware
that
of the dwarf.
movie?
I love that
So
movie.
that's
Uh,
either going to be Labyrinth or
Nope.
um, World of Warcraft movie.
No. Much older.
it, I
Much
was thinking
Beware the dwarf.
Lambert.
Oh, is that from that movie Freaks?
No.
Oh, gabba gabba goo, gabba gabba goo. One of us, one of us,
One of us, yeah. No, it's
one
foul
of
play.
us. Foul play. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I
That's
love that
right. I remember
movie.
that now. Yes, I do.
Oh, the one with Richard Pryor
No. It's Chevy
oh,
Chase, Goldie Hawn, and Burgess Meredith.
and that's
Yeah.
why I never watched it.
It was a good movie. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but it was a
I
fun
s-
movie.
I sort of avoided Chevy Chase movies.
Why is
Yeah,
that?
I never thought him as being funny.
no,
I
me
did.
neither.
That's the reason I love all the National Lampoon.
Mommy, do you suggest the DVD?
Oh,
Yes. Shh. I'm sorry.
do you think it's all right to leave Tommy with cousin Eddie?
You want a DVD for next month?
You think it's all right? Fiddle them out. Fiddle them out.
I'll give this note for
Yeah,
next month.
I don't
I
know.
I always thought that they were going trying that when they were going to leave the kid with the cousin Eddie, that the kid and cousin Eddie's daughter was going to go do the dirty.
Yeah, that's
Was
not
that a
what happened.
National Lampoon movie?
No, that's from Tommy the Rock Opera by the Who.
I saw that. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I
So
saw that.
yeah, so in one of in the beginning of the movie, right?
Mm.
Because Tommy's that deaf, dumb, and blind kid, and
Oh,
so they're
that's
getting
right.
so the parents getting ready to go out for the evening. Do you think it's all right? Do you think it's all right? You know, so
Oh,
yeah, because there wasn't a lot of lines in the movie. Almost everything was sung, right? And that's where we get the Pinball Wizard from Elton John, right? One of the
Yeah.
He's a
one of the great songs.
pinball wizard. Never miss a thing. Yeah, I love that. Was a good. I do like that movie, and I do like all the music in it.
Wow, I am like shocked. I'm just like, I'm shocked.
Actually, pinball that music track is on my playlist. You know what? You shocked? I liked Elton John,
No, Elton John's amazing.
or that I liked the movie Pinball Wizard.
That I like that you like that movie. Okay, so what's the um so our car broke down. Would you mind if we used your phone?
That is Clockwork Orange.
No, it's not. It is from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that literally
Oh,
could have been anything.
And we go. Then that's when you holler. Um,
Asshole.
no, that's when you holler. Castles don't have phones, asshole. But yeah, it's also from the Clockwork Orange. So it's kind of both.
good. Clockwork Orange has got some
Memorable
the
lines.
ending. The ending of that movie was so.
Fucking horrifying. It was just
The
really
whole movie
grim.
was fucking horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know how my mother let me watch that when I was little. It was on like channel 11 or something, one of the public
That's one
channels.
of
I
those
just
movies. Every chance I get, I'll watch it again. Me and
nope.
my drogues.
I saw that one time when I was little. I was like, nope, never again.
No, I watch it quite often. Because there is no sanctuary.
You have a stronger
And
stomach than I do. I couldn't sit through it. It was really hard to watch.
see, you know what? I'm gonna quit throwing out lines because you guys are just gonna zoom right past them. So
What?
because I said there is no sanctuary. Logan's
I know
Run.
that. I didn't see
Oh,
Logan's Run. I haven't seen. I
See,
feel like such a failure.
so here's the deal, guys. All right. So here's the deal. You know, as I told you before, I'm a weirdo. So what I
well, that's
do
why we get along.
So what I do in everyday life, I'll just be having conversations with people, about the weather or
Hmm.
whatever. I just throw out movie lines just to see if anybody reacts. That's like a hobby of mine.
So you deadpan them.
Sometimes, yeah, not all the time, but yeah. So I just throw them out to see if anybody reacts because I enjoy that. I think it's fun.
I knew it was a line. I just didn't know what it was.
So I do that quite often because it makes me smile,
Oh.
especially when or like okay. So for instance, right there. The other day, my neighbor he goes, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And I'm like, "But of course. What would you like to talk about?" And then I look at him and I go, and then I go. So he goes, "Hey, can I talk to you about something?" I'm like, "Talk to me, Goose."
Uh,
Uh, I
And
only know it's that movie because of the name Goose.
yeah,
yeah.
Top Gun reference. So yeah, so I do that all the freaking time,
Oh my
just because it makes me giggle.
god.
See, it's the small things in life that make me happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm 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 going to be nice because my mind just went somewhere dark.
Oh, come
Uh,
on.
yeah, you don't have to be nice to me. I mean, Jesus,
It's been it,
it's me we're talking about.
it's been it. I actually got 3.5 hours of sleep last night, so I'm feeling weird.
I haven't been to bed yet again.
Well,
So,
See,
that's
I don't
normal
know
for
how you
you.
guys do that.
I wanted to sleep. They wouldn't let me.
Yeah. See, it would. Yeah, see, they would have an issue in my house
Well,
because I
see,
gotta
I
have my sleep.
I couldn't fall asleep last night, so I sat up and watched the first 3 episodes of Scorpion.
The one with the math genius and all that.
Right.
Oh yeah, I loved
Okay.
that show when it was on.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
And
Oh, it was great. They
it
used
was about
Yes,
math and
baby.
science to solve crimes and stuff.
Yes, baby.
it was actually and very loosely based on a real character and a real group of people.
Yeah,
Okay.
Very loosely
very
based.
loosely based.
Right. So I mean the guy William O'Brien actually is a real person. The Scorpion group is a real group. So, but yeah, they didn't do anything that was in those TV shows. So, uh, what was that other TV show about the genius? That's where they started doing all the mathematical equations to show that he was thinking. His brother was the head of the
Oh
FBI
yeah. What
in
was that?
California.
I do remember that show. Yeah,
It was actually a decent show to watch.
yeah, it was.
Um, but that's where that meme comes from, where you see all the mathematics.
Oh, that's good to
Numbers.
know.
Numbers. Thank you, Wiki.
Yeah, Numbers was the name of that. Yeah, that I watched it. Not a lot, but I did watch it.
That was one of the few shows the wife and I both enjoyed.
Yep, same with us. Yeah, there's a lot
So,
of shows that I have to watch because other people in the house enjoy them, and
so
I don't hate them all, but it's just the way
well,
it is.
nowadays it's like last night I was watching that. Uh, I watched the first season of the original Batman the other day.
The one from the '60s with Adam West
Yeah.
and
Oh, yes.
Batman
uh,
'67.
Watch the entire first season of it back to back. I binged it.
that was such a
Poof,
cute show.
bam, pow, zwack.
Still working on Supernatural Worlds. We're in season 7, I think. 7, yeah. Holy
Yeah, I
shit.
watched the first couple seasons of that, then I kind of walked away from it.
What
So
show?
Supernatural?
Supernatural.
It's
Oh,
really good.
no, I didn't watch any of it.
That was
The
David Barrett's before he came Bravo One.
Bravo One.
Yeah, SEAL
David.
Team Barrett's.
I've never heard of that person. Okay.
Never heard of that show.
You never heard of SEAL Team?
No.
No.
You guys.
Sorry.
Jeez.
No, but it's getting more dark as it goes on, season by season, and I know it's a bad sign because it started. Everybody was like so happy. Yes, we're gonna go hunt demons, and yeah, we have some grim stuff in our past, but yay, brothers, and let's go and do
Oh,
this. And
that's right. That's the Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in that one before he became Negan. Yeah, that's right.
yes,
That's right. I was confused.
I loved him best as Negan though. He was the best Negan.
No, they should have got the guy that to play Negan that the character was actually based on. Henry. God,
We can wait.
I'm drawing a blank on the guy's last name, but
Think of a
Henry
movie.
Rollins. Henry Rollins. He was the lead singer of
Ooh.
a punk band. Then
Okay.
he was did several episodes of Son of Anarchy and stuff like that. But he was who the character from the comic books was based on. Was based on him. He'd have been a much better Negan because he's just got the look and everything.
He's got that square head and everything. I mean, maybe as far as
Yeah.
appearance goes, but Jeffrey had that really great saucy delivery going on. You didn't
All
really
right.
want to hate him.
Yeah.
Oh, he was fun to watch for me. So
I don't know. I didn't mind him. I mean, I don't mind him as Negan. I just don't. I just
yeah,
thought it would have been better if Henry Rollins had played him.
I hear you.
Just because I'm a huge fan, so because I like his music.
I don't think I've seen him in anything, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, he did several episodes of Son of Anarchy and other
Never
stuff
seen it.
like that.
You are blue.
You
I
know,
I watched
that
like the
makes me
first.
sad.
I watched the first season of Son of Anarchy, and I just got burned out on it.
Okay.
I
See,
just
that's
didn't
another
think
one
it
of those
was all that.
it didn't get good till like it's season 2 or 3. Then it really got good. I mean, it was like holy crap. See, that's like The Walking Dead, right? The first season was okay.
Mhm.
Second season really sucked because they didn't know if the show was going to survive or not. So they were trying not to spend
You
any
are
money.
really sick.
Right.
You know,
You know
spend
that.
as little money as possible. So the
You
whole
are
season
really
took
sick.
place on Virgil's farm.
Mhm.
But after they realized
You
that
are
they had a
really
bona
sick,
fide
dude. You
hit
know
on their
that.
hand, then it took off. But I will tell you that the last 2 seasons absolutely sucked ass.
I stopped watching it around the time Rick disappeared, or right before that, because
Yeah, it
it
was
was
probably a
just more
good
of the
time to
same.
stop. Yeah. Yeah,
And
it
then
was
I
the
came
same
back to
thing.
see
Meet a
Carl
new
die.
group, everything falls apart.
Yeah,
Um,
they really could have stretched the whole thing with the governor and with Negan out a little bit more, because it seemed like the action went really fast in there.
it did. Because,
And
yeah,
yeah,
because in the comic books, right? So, like in the comic books, a lot of the characters that died are still alive.
right.
Um, and so, and then the story takes, like a totally different
Turn.
turn in the comic book. So,
Yeah.
um, but that being said, it is what it is. So
Anyway,
I
it's
just don't know.
okay.
I don't know
Bring
if
me
I have.
four. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Bring me 4 fried chickens and a Coke. Oh.
That sounds like a movie I would watch.
And some dry white toast, please.
Oh, that's The Last Detail or something like that.
Nope.
One flew. I know it's Jack Nicholson, The Dry White Toast.
Nope. I thought that would help. It made it worse.
No, because I remember that scene. So yeah, I'll take a
Mm-hmm.
BLT. Leave off the mayonnaise, the lettuce, the
Nope.
bacon, and the tomato.
Okay, I'm gonna do it
Dry
one more
white.
time. Bring me 4 fried chickens and a Coke.
Don't know.
Blues
Drawing
Brothers.
blank. Oh yeah. Well, see now, if you really wanted to do a good Blues Brothers line, it's like
We're on a mission
it.
from God.
No, it's midnight. We're wearing sunglasses. We have a pack of cigarettes.
It's 100 something miles to whatever.
Yeah, 120 miles to Chicago,
Chicago. It's
and we're on
dark
a
and we're
mission
wearing
from
sunglasses.
God.
Yeah,
And we
that
have a
was.
half a tank of gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have a tank of gas. Yeah, that shit's funny. Blues Brothers is great. Oh, or
I don't know. I just thought the whole
beware
thing
of the
with him having
penguin.
the penguin. Fuck yeah. No, I
Beware of the
just thought
penguin.
the pig orders like 4 fucking whole fried chickens
Yeah,
and a Coke. I don't know. I just thought that would stand out.
yeah. I see. Yeah, there's certain things I don't remember well from it, but I can tell you that I enjoyed that movie probably a little too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oop.
Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. They cut a Blues Brother album after that movie.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
Was
and
it
they
any
would
good?
go. Um, and it wasn't bad. They called themselves Sam. What did they call themselves? Something else. I can't remember if it was Sam and Dave or something like that. But then they would perform at like what is that blue some cafe where they have live music. I don't remember now.
Hard Rock.
No, not Hard Rock. It was Blue Blues Cafe or something like that. which, by the way, has really good calamari. Back in the day, it did anyway.
North Dakota?
I don't know anybody in North Dakota. Give me the phone.
I don't know anybody in North Dakota. I know I used to know people in North Dakota, but not anymore. Used to know some people in South Dakota, but not anymore.
I think my brother-in-law has family living in South Dakota,
So
but
you know what? Okay, so I'm going to make fun of somebody real quick,
sure, go
just
ahead and
because
make fun of
I'm
me. I don't care.
no, it's not you, it's somebody else, because I know they can take a joke, and if they can't, they can just well, they go jump in a lake. So the other day, I was listening to Monkey in the Morning, right?
Yes.
And they were talking about Minot, South Dakota, about the Air Force
What?
base there.
Yeah. Oh God, I
And
hated the way he pronounced that
he kept
name.
saying Minot.
Yeah.
It's Minot. And
Why not?
but
My not.
yeah, and of course, I was not listening live, as which is the case most of the time, because
Yeah.
I
Same
don't
here.
I don't stay up till the middle of the night for nothing. And so I kept wanting to correct it, but I'm like, yeah, I can't really do that because hey, he's already moved on. But yeah, and because I used to have friends stationed there at Minot, uh, so
Yeah.
but they're not there anymore. So
Yeah. Minot was one of the bases I could have been sent to, and I was like, "Oh God, please, no, 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 no! Do not send me to Minot."
yeah,
Come here.
see the worst place duty wise that you can be sent to in the Navy, in my humble opinion. There'll be other people that'll argue with this point, but in my
Oh
humble
yeah.
opinion, is the NAVFAC at Nova Scotia.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's up there in the middle of freaking cold nowhere.
Well,
But
I
see,
mean,
I didn't have to worry about, in my particular job, I probably
right?
didn't have to worry about that too much. I mean, it could have happened, but probably not.
We had that base. I want to say it was Holloman, New Mexico. They
Yeah,
literally had to move.
they're at Albuquerque.
They literally had to move the main gate in order to keep it from being considered a remote assignment. They had to move the main gate from one side of the base to another, or else it would have been considered a remote. And it's like you've got to. You, how you want to talk about picking nits?
Yeah, but you have to do what you have to do, man.
You know, uh, and New Mexico's not a state I ever lost anything in, so I had no need to ever go there.
Oh, I love New Mexico.
So, but man, no, it's like no thanks. That's not
New
something
Mexico is
that.
the land of enchantment. Come on.
Uh,
No,
and
actually,
and Greenland's got a lot of grassy fields.
yeah. And if you go to the Navy base there, um, in Alaska, on the Aleutian Islands, or well, I can't remember the name of it now. Adak, Alaska. There's a pretty girl behind every tree.
Unfortunately, there's no trees.
Yeah, it's just pile of rocks.
Oh.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
I heard that said about uh, Keflavik too.
yeah,
So that's in Iceland.
yes, it is. It's like one
And
of the main cities there in Iceland.
there's military base in Keflavik. Not something I particularly wanted to ever go to, and unfortunately, Bodo, Norway was a place I wanted to go and never made it to. But movie quote: "We're on a mission from God." Yes. Who wails on who? When he swears the
What?
nun says, "Oh, from
Yeah, she had that yardstick and she just beat the shit out of him with it. It was beautiful.
in Blues Brothers."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the reason he kept saying, beware of the penguin.
Let's see here. Um, Good Lord, have mercy. All right, now this is one Ramen can identify with.
Uh-uh.
Why don't you squeeze a watermelon out of a hole of an opening the size of a lemon and see how hot you look?
The fuck?
Well, that's got to
I
be.
what?
Oh, that's got to be. Oh, about the married couple. Yeah, I remember that, but I don't. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank.
Me too.
Look who's talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That
I
was
didn't.
Kirstie Alley
Yeah.
talking
And
to John
Bruce
Travolta.
Willis. Oh, John Travolta. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't. I didn't like that movie, so I didn't really watch it. My kids wanted to see it.
My wife wanted to watch it, so I ended up watching it because I ended up having to take her to the theater to see it.
I don't know. I think a lot of '90s movies just weren't that great.
They weren't. There was a lot better movies in the '70s and in the '80s.
It's
Action movies were all pretty awesome.
yeah. But it seems like a lot of movies in the '90s were just silly and very sitcom-y and silly and mm,
They were.
No, well, Look Who's Talking was probably one of the more original movies that came out that time period.
Probably.
But that's a sad state when you say Look Who's Talking wasn't one of the few originals because the rest of them were so cookie cutter.
yeah. I mean, stuff like that, Weekend at Bernie's, and I don't know what else. I couldn't really.
I always called those movies brain cell killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's. We went to go see it, um, but it was not. It's not high on my list of movies I actually enjoyed. If that makes sense.
Those are fucking awful.
Yeah, that makes sense. But okay,
I think we need a bigger boat. Wonder if
yes.
we can get to Queen Mary. Well, you
Oh, wait
see
a minute.
this scar here. I got off the coast of Fiji
Then this
from
one here,
male
Eileen,
tiger.
because she broke my heart.
Aw.
What?
That was in the same scene.
Yes.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh yeah,
They were
yeah.
comparing scars.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, comparing scars and tattoos and stuff. Yeah. That. See, I don't care what anybody says. That was.
It's cute.
It was. It was funny. Just made me last.
Here's a line I forgot about almost. Just popped up. At least you'll never be a vegetable. Even artichokes have hearts.
Like that.
Hmm? What was that?
That's a movie the wife made me watch called Amelia.
Oh, I never saw it. Okay.
Yeah, near did I.
As
But it's cute.
I do like that line though.
That's a
Yeah.
good line. Yeah. Uh, then there's a, you're talking to me?
Oh.
Yeah,
Are you
taxi
talking to
driver.
me?
I don't see anybody else here. You must be talking to me.
Me.
Hey, we're walking here.
Uh, yeah, it really doesn't work that way.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
The taxi driver would run your ass over?
Yeah, they really
Yeah,
will.
you would.
They give no fucks.
See, now, okay, so that movie and then the one shortly thereafter, Midnight Cowboy,
Uh-huh.
where he goes, "What, me pay you? You're supposed to pay me. I'm a gigolo." But yeah, both of those movies I enjoyed.
I didn't see them, but they're so identifiable.
Well, see, a lot of movies that I have fond memories of were not always so much about the movie, but about the music in it. Like there was a movie
Oh,
called Aloha, Bobby and Rose, right?
never even heard of that one.
Yeah, see, you got to see that one, man. It's a '70s movie, but so the whole theme of the movie, is but the end song was Benny and the Jets, and
Okay.
I've been a huge fan of that song ever since. Because they had electric suits and mohair boots,
Oh
and
my
I
god.
heard them on the radio. So yeah, so for me, Aloha Bobby and Rose, although good movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was more about the music for me. So just like Billy Jack, right? The theme song was 110 Soldier.
Yep.
Um,
You know, as a kid, we had that song in our music class, and I was humming it one night at home, and my dad got all kinds of mad because, of course, I didn't understand the meaning behind the song.
Yeah.
Needless to say, we didn't sing that song very
yes,
often in
baby.
music class afterwards. The next day, I think my dad called the principal.
Ooh.
You know
See,
what though?
even back then, teachers were spreading political viewpoints.
Yes, they were. Just not as not the way they do it today.
Right.
Was not as um,
Overt.
yeah. It was more. It was more.
A lot more subtle.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But see,
Right.
then again, because I went to so many different schools as a kid growing up, I was exposed to lots of points of view. Because at one school I went to, the teachers, the faculty, the principal, vice principal, and all that were extremely conservative. I mean, extremely,
Oh wow.
even more so than I personally am. And so then I went to other schools where the teachers were extremely the other way, right? And then, of course, as a kid growing up, my dad was um, a middle of the roader, right?
Right.
And my mom was more on the left side of things.
Mm.
So I had a unique experience like growing up. So, and to this day, of my brothers and sisters, I tend to be the most conservative of the three of us.
Hmm.
I'm actually the more liberal well, between me and my older sister, I'm the more liberal. My younger brother he is apolitical. as long as he's got his beer and weed, he's happy.
Wow.
That's, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's 60 years old and 59 years old, and as long as he's got a case of beer and uh, enough weed to get him through the day, he's a happy man.
That's a
So,
nice, simple life.
yep. Yeah. Well, yeah, he he got a steady income coming in from an injury, and
Mm.
uh, house is paid for. He's got no bills. So, yep. He's just sits on his back porch, smokes his weed, and drinks his beer.
That sounds like a good life.
Yep. Uh, anyway, but he, like I said, though, he's just apolitical. He couldn't care about
So he's
no
apolitical is what you're trying to say.
apolitical, apolitical. He's non-political. He's a hermit.
Well,
So,
good on him.
so but I mean, he's a good man. He's my brother. He's a good man. That which is,
Okay.
people. If somebody goes to him for help, he does what he can to help. You just got to find your way to his house first. So anyhow, uh let's see. You got a face worth $2,000. I know I said that all wrong, but it is a
Yeah,
movie quote.
it's kind of like, show me the money.
I've got no way. I do not do a good spaghetti western Mexican accent.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
those
that's really
are
supposed to be. Okay.
So, and
yeah.
if
So
that,
that's probably like right out of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
exactly.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. I
Yeah.
feel like I
See,
shouldn't even be here today. I have seen none of these freaking movies.
so the thing about the good, bad, and the ugly that makes it great, right, is that it's even Clint Eastwood's voice is dubbed, and yeah, it is, yeah, yeah.
So retarded.
And the thing of it is, though, is that the one guy keeps calling him Blondie throughout the whole movie,
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
and that's what makes that so good.
And most of his movies, westerns, he doesn't have a name.
Yeah,
No.
well, is all his spaghetti westerns, yeah, because the first one he made was called Man with No Name. Then it was My Name Is Nobody was another one.
No, My Name Was Nobody was not a Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh,
That's right. That was Terrence Green
That was
and
Terrence Hill.
Terrence
Yes.
Hill, yeah. But yeah, a lot of
Which
those
is
movies
a
were
fun movie to watch. Those Terrence Hill spaghetti westerns,
they were great,
they
especially when
were
they kind of
great.
start whipping everything all when you start all the gunplay and all that.
Hmm.
Those were
And
those were
his big brother looks like Brutus.
yeah,
Yeah,
those were some classics.
he just bop you on top of the head with his fist and knock you out.
Yeah, I kind of miss some of those, movies like that.
But those are movies that were made to be watched on television and still have a lot of fun with. I mean, they were movie theater movies, but they could run on TV because they were still fun to watch and not, I mean, family friendly movies, really. So,
Yeah, they well pretty much. Well, some of them were not so much, but
yeah.
some were.
Uh, I like Mr. DeBille.
Oh,
Okay, no, what?
no, wait. Speaking of which, I want to talk about um, the my name, Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So I was in Perth, Australia, and there was a restaurant there called Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay.
And so I said, well, I'm like, I got to go here and eat because it says Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right? So a bunch of us went in. We sit down. We're looking at the menu, and it's stuff like the Lee Van Cleef nachos.
Oh my god.
Stuff like that was on the menu, right? But I mean, it was not good food at all. It was nothing like, you know how you walk into a lot of uh, here in America, you walk into a lot of Mexican themed restaurants, and it's all like Tex-Mex and stuff like that, right? Well,
Mhm.
Right.
this was like their version of it. So imagine salsa made with like ketchup, kind of thing.
Oh
There's no
god.
corn chips. So yeah, it was definitely different. It was definitely different. It was not good. Trust me, it was not good. But it was worth the experience. And I did. I ordered the Leaf Van Cleef nacho.
Were they worth
Mm.
the expense? 'Cause I don't imagine they were cheap.
Well, it's that expensive. Like $8 or $9, just like going to anywhere here in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
And because conversion rate, it really wasn't that big of a deal. This is about like U.S. prices.
All right. Because usually the places like that, I found that it's like twice as much as what they'd be other places.
Well, and so remember, so okay, so I was there in Australia in the '90s, right? Late '80s, early '90s. The all 5 or 6 times I went, and so you'd walk into like these little bars, right?
Mhm.
I'll ex- I'm not going to go into any detail what these bars were like or anything. But you walk in, and on the jukebox, it was like all '80s music, right? It was like
Yeah.
'70s and '80s music. It was like they were like 10 years behind, right? Because remember at that time here in the states, we had the Planet Hollywood, the model, all these themed restaurants that celebrities were opening,
Mhm.
and so the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, based on that movie, was kind of like the Australian version of a themed restaurant. They were trying to do all the whole theme thing. So it was okay. It was all right.
Yep. Well, like they say, a man's got to know his limitations.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I can also tell you that when we went to the big city there, right?
Right.
They had just had their big Pride parade, and that was something that was just starting here as well. The big Pride parades and all that. And we're like, oh, what kind of neighborhood are we in here? Maybe it's
Well, you know down there in Australia, they got big hullabaloo going over about this year's Pride Month.
yeah.
They had that big painting on the side of a building.
They got
Uh,
vandalized.
a guy dressed up wearing a teddy bear head, um, a leather outfit, laying on a couch, and they just somebody or buddies unknown basically painted over the whole thing by throwing paint all over it.
Yep.
Oh.
So here's the thing you have to understand about Australia, right? Perth, Australia is just like it's like San Diego, California. It's a big city close to the coast. It's kind of laid back kind of thing, full of fruits and other kind of weirdos. And then in the suburbs of the city and in the smaller towns around the city, it's pretty much, more normal people, blue collar kind of people and that. They're pretty normal, just like in the United States. And you go over to Sydney, um, and the it's just like New York City, and even the accent's different, right? Just like here in the United States, the Australian accent there is different, but it's just like going to New York City, not a whole lot different. People are rude and they push and shove, and always in a hurry and that sort of thing. So it's not any different.
So you ain't saying it's a bunch of my precious?
Yeah, okay, there, Gollum. Gollum. Gollum.
Well, yeah.
Eggins from the Shire.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all? Not you.
Don't call me Shirley.
That's what my wife tells me all the time.
What?
Not you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My wife just says I'm an ass.
This is mean.
And that's kind of my goal, is get at least 3 or 4 out of those out of her every day.
Schmeagle on a beagle? Oh, no.
Well, there's Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah?
There's Trooper on a Pooper. Or, yeah, Trooper on a Pooper.
Right.
Never heard of that one.
Oh, see, you don't look at the internet enough, because that's a funny meme. And then there's
Nobody has ever
Schmeagle
told
on a
me that
Beagle.
before. Holy shit, I need to go back and clip that.
Yeah, you do. You need to go back and clip that, because then you have it.
Well, Ramen actually visits the wrong side of the internet.
So, am I
No
going to have
judging.
like a whole bunch of people on Twitter calling me out, telling me I'm wrong now? Is that what's going to happen?
Never.
As long as I don't get brigaded by the Ramen Knights, I'm fine. But if people want to
By
say
the
that
what?
the Ramen Knights,
Jesus Christ.
She's got her own gang.
I actually kind of do. Like my
Do-
son,
Do you have a bunch of simps, Ramen?
I do. I'm not even going to argue. Yeah, I really do. It's fun. They're so adorable. It's precious. But you were talking about an army, and I'm kind of slowly building it. Like, it's a steam army, okay? I'm undead ramen. My son's undead pork chop. My daughter was going to be undead spaghetti, but she wouldn't let me make her account.
So you bunch of noodle noggins, huh?
We're all undead food. It's fine. It's normal. There's nothing wrong here. Mhm.
well, better to
There's-
be undead food than undead other things.
Well, I'd rather have my food dead and cooked to at least a medium. I don't know if I want undead food, because that means it's back to its previous state, and it may be a little hard to catch it.
So I used to have this crazy neighbor lady that would feed the deer, right? And by doing that, it brings deer into the neighborhood, and it takes diseases and all that. So anyway, she used to feed the deer all the time. And I said, one day I asked her, I said, why do you do that? You know, that just brings parasites in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, well, I think the deer are pretty. And I say, I think they're pretty on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not find that nearly as amusing as I did, let me tell you. It's like a month before she talked to me again. I got to
Oh,
really, I must admit, I really wasn't that upset.
what was that movie about the reanimated chicken?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
It was a turkey. It was fucking
yeah.
awesome. And there was a sequel, but I didn't get to see it. Oh my god, it was just so fucking funny. It was so awful. It was just the worst thing ever. You really got to see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset that I haven't got to go see Winnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood yet.
Mm, mm. Blood and Honey. I really want to see
Blood
it.
and
I just
Honey.
haven't gotten around to it.
Well, it's,
That and
it's one of
Cocaine
those,
Bear.
well, yeah, it's one of those Fathom event things. So you got to, find a theater that's actually playing it and at a date and time you can see
Find
it.
somebody to get it from.
Yeah, or find, somebody tour to, but, I don't know.
The
Yo
undead
ho and a
chickens are from
bottle of rum.
RuneScape.
Hmm?
RuneScape.
The
Oh, I remember
undead
that
chicken
movie.
is from RuneScape. I knew
I
I'd
never
heard of
faced
that.
the Undead Chicken. I haven't played
Yeah.
RuneScape in so long.
I knew about chickens.
That is
Yeah,
really cool.
that's not a movie quote.
Oh, Poultrygeist. Okay, that was
Oh,
the chicken one.
There's
Poltergeist. That's the
me.
movie. Yes, that
There's
was the Poltergeist.
me.
I knew I saw a movie out.
I
Watched
should see
clips of a
that.
movie about that.
Thanksgiving was really good though. That turkey was a real smart ass.
The Night of the Chicken Dead. Yes.
What about Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? My favorite line from that movie is when they're sitting around the campfire and Ted goes, hey, anybody got some ketchup?
Okay, I never saw that, but there
I've never watched the whole thing.
there used to be this young married couple that lived in the next building. Okay, so I understand now what I didn't understand then is that the gay guy that owned the building, I didn't understand what any of that meant. I was little. Apparently was all actors and artists in the building. So yeah. So the two of them, they landed a gig for a public service announcement.
Right.
And it was about keeping your tomatoes out of the fridge and keeping them room temperature. And it was such a brief thing, and it was on YouTube for a while, but I can't find it anymore. And this woman's in her kitchen about to put a bowl of tomatoes in the fridge, and this guy in a tomato costume just pops up, and she's like, Mr. Tomato Man! And he gives her this lecture about the fucking tomatoes. That shit aired for like a year. And my mom and I, every time we'd see him, we'd yell, Mr. Tomato Man! We were retarded. But it was the funniest shit I'd ever seen in my fucking life. So yeah, it was just weird.
Well, you can't fix a problem until you can admit you have a problem.
Hey, I'm
And I'm
not saying it's
glad
a
you admit that
problem.
you have a problem.
I have a problem. It's not a tomato. It's a. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up because it's about to get racist
Yeah.
up in here.
Ooh, okay, let's just keep going.
Mhm.
I like that idea.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
look at the old guy with the walker. That's an extra 500 points.
Oh my god.
Death Race 2000.
Yes. The original with David Carradine,
I
Yes.
didn't see
Sylvester
that.
Stallone. See, if you haven't seen that movie, then we're gonna have a hard time.
Listen, I just saw Rollerball last week. Okay, go
Oh, the
easy on me.
original with James.
Yeah, with James Caan.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that
That's
remake was
a good movie.
stupid. That
I didn't
remake
like
was
it, but
horrid.
I needed to see it because it's part of the culture, so I had to see it.
Yeah, you got to see the original Death Race 2000. with David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone. It is so worth it.
Okay, let's not get crazy now.
All right, let's not get
Just
crazy.
saying.
But I am
Just
crazy,
saying.
so.
Yeah, that the original Death Race 2000 is a classic movie.
It
That's what
is.
everybody was telling me about Rollerball.
Now, Rollerball is one of my favorite movies with James. Rollerball and Alien Nation.
Mm.
Alien Nation, yeah, that's
Oh, that was one of my favorite movies of his.
Psych. Do you know what your name means?
And I like the series too.
Yes, the series, they actually did a good job carving out that series.
They did. That's
It
one of
was
the
a
few
good
times when
cast.
they turned a series, a movie into a series that actually didn't suck.
Right.
Um,
Well, I think it was the same guy that wrote the movie that wrote the series, though, wasn't it? Kenneth
um,
something? Kenneth
probably,
Johnson.
probably,
Because he
probably.
also did V later on. The
Yeah,
first, yeah.
I didn't enjoy V as much, but
I actually
It.
preferred the first couple of seasons to the ending,
Oh,
to the
what V?
last V.
Oh yeah, the fucking the series was awful. I like the miniseries though. Like there were 2 miniseries and they were really good.
Right.
That's right. Seawater would dissolve the newcomers.
Salt water.
As far as the like regular TV series go, I liked Alienation way better than the V weekly series because that shit sucked. It did. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, at least his name wasn't a killing word.
Uh, um, Duna.
Yeah,
Moabi. Moab. Boom.
Maudib, Maudib.
I like the
The,
hippie
So
uncle. Oh, Mark Singer. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff though.
Mark Singer was an actor. He took whatever
Yeah.
role he could get.
He's done Shakespeare. Like there's clips of him on IMDb and Shakespeare. He had full tights and everything. Wow. Then he
Very
did something.
unappreciated as an actor.
Yeah. He did a TV movie with Lindsay Wagner
yes,
where
he did.
it was The Two Lives of Jenny Logan, and it's stuck in my head my whole life until a couple of years ago. And she kept going back in time to meet him, and he was an artist or whatever. It was really awesome.
That movie sounds awful familiar.
It was on a lot in the early 80s, and then it just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot
her
of movies
husband.
like that.
Yeah, her husband cheated on her, and they bought a house in Connecticut or something. And every time she'd put this dress or something on that was in the attic, she'd end up going back in time.
Oh
Bionic Woman,
wow!
yeah, Wiki. Yeah, it was a really weird, trippy movie, but it was good. It had what's her name from Dallas in it, Sue Ellen from Dallas, and some other people. I forget who. He was Beastmaster though, so
Yes,
you
he
got
was.
him there.
So,
Uh,
what kind of training was that? Was that army training?
oh, I can't remember that one.
With stripes.
Mm.
I only watched the first half of Stripes.
That was the best part of the movie. The second half just kind of sucked.
Wikipedia, I don't think it matters because it was a dream.
Yes.
And I got so mad about that shit. I didn't even watch the show and I got mad.
Did they do that
What?
as
Who
a dream
shoot
in that
Jr.?
in that too? Like they
Hmm.
wait a minute,
Like
yeah,
they did with
that,
Who Shot Jr. It was all a dream. He was never shot.
Yeah.
It's the only
Yeah,
reason I know about it because it was on TV and everything all the time.
it was on T-shirts and everything. It was a huge deal.
I never
well,
watched the show
JR
or
needed to
anything.
be shot. Larry Hagman, Larry Hagman, really nice guy there, and I Dream of Jeannie, and
Hmm.
then 20 years later, he was able to play such a corrupt, I mean, morally corrupt, not just
Oh crap.
Not just a bad guy, but totally corrupted evil man. They
Yeah, and you
did.
believed it, so he did his job well.
Yep, he really did a great job being uh, J.R. Ewing. But that I didn't watch the show, so I mean, I was not in. That was the age of the nighttime soap operas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dynasty was my favorite though.
Yeah, well, yeah, Dynasty, Raven, something or another. That the young long haired guy became a heartthrob for a short while. Ravencrest, I think, was the name of the show.
You
Falcon
mean
Crest.
Falcon
Falcon
Crest?
Crest. Yeah. All right. So I knew it was the name of a. It was a. What was that guy's?
With a
Lorenzo
vineyard.
Lamas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, he became
Richard.
America's
Huge.
heartthrob for a while.
I got really mad because in Dynasty they had this beautiful wedding for this a girl. She was gonna marry a prince or something. Prince of Moldavia. The Moldavia wedding massacre. They made this big deal. It was the last episode of the season. They're shooting in the palace. Everybody, Linda Evans, the whole cast is on the floor unconscious and bleeding. And only like a couple of extras got killed. Like nobody from the cast got killed. But they kept hinting at it. And everybody was speculating. It was this big mystery. And I'm like, why are they all fucking unconscious if they're not injured? You know? Yeah, I stopped watching after that. It was just, it ruined it. Renegade, yeah, Lorenzo Lamas did Renegade, the
Yeah.
motorcycle thing.
That show was so bad.
I couldn't watch it. I'm sorry, I didn't watch it even one time. I knew it was going to be crap.
Oh, it was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I tried watching maybe 3 or 4 episodes. I was like, oh God.
Mm-mm.
Lorenzo Lamas. He's that. You know, he was like a lot. He was pretty to look at but couldn't act type person.
Really? I don't know. I didn't watch
No,
it.
he wasn't a bad
Name
actor.
one show that he carried off that he could actually act in. Yeah, I mean, he was there because he was pretty to look at. All the women drooled over him.
Plus, his father was famous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
His
really?
father was a famous actor. Yeah.
Yeah, Lorenzo Lamas. That was the dad. He was Lorenzo Lamas Jr. or whatever. Was it Lorenzo Lamas the father too? Or he had a
I
different
think
name?
Fernando Lamas or something like that was his name. I don't remember, but yeah, his father was a famous actor.
Yep.
Oh.
There were so many crappy shows on those same channels, like Forever Night and oh god, it was like the vampire one. And the Highlander TV series, and they
I
had
didn't even know they did that Highlander
what?
TV series.
Really?
Oh, that
Yeah.
was. You're right. It was Fernando Lamas.
Okay, see. Learn something new every
Yeah.
day.
See, I'm not just another pretty face, you know.
So, okay, now I recognize his father,
Mm-hmm.
Fernando. Now, seeing a picture of him, I recognize him. But yeah, the Highlander TV series, both of them were actually great. Yes, I did like the Raven.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
Dude.
Bruce Lee's kid in it, Brandon Lee.
No.
Oh, not the
Oh, that
movie
was
The
the Crow.
Raven.
That was
Crow,
the
yeah.
Crow. The Raven was a spinoff of the
Highlander.
Highlander TV series. Is about a female immortal who was a thief.
Yeah, Amanda or something. I
Amanda,
think it was Amanda,
right?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then she hacked off all her fucking hair and got that. I don't
butch
know. It was
haircut.
just, oh god, it was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I think I only liked a couple of the episodes of the Highlander series. Though one was with Roger Daltrey. He's good at
Okay.
anything.
Yeah.
I will watch him in literally fucking anything. The one with Joan Jett. She's not a great actress, but
Right.
and the one with the older autistic guy who is immortal. And Richie has to kill him at the end. He's like, Mikey's the king of trains. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, no. Yeah, I
Look at
couldn't
the
handle it.
flowers, Lindsay. Look at the flowers.
Flowers, yeah. Oh my God, my son said it to me the whole summer after that episode aired. Look at the flowers, Mom. Used to creep the fuck out of me. And I had made plans to go to Home Depot and get flowers for the terrorists. I canceled that shit too fast. Nope. No flowers in this bitch.
Oh, that's from the
Yeah.
The Walking Dead.
Look at the flowers, Lizzie.
Look
Oh,
at
that
the
was
pretty
horrible.
flowers. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Nope. She knew she was going to die there. That was hard.
Yeah. Man, Carol, man, she turned out to be something else, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. I'm glad they
Yeah.
didn't kill her like they did in the comic.
Yeah, me too.
See, I never watched. I watched the first episode of The Walking Dead, and I don't think I even made it through the entire episode before I shut it off and said, "Nope, nope, 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 not for me."
Wiki, are you talking about the book or the Lifetime movie or the old movie with Christy Swanson?
What?
Because I love
talking about
Flowers
in the Attic.
Because I love when Christy Swanson walked in there, started screaming, "Eat the cookie!" It was fucking great.
No more wire hangers.
Jesus Christ.
Bette Davis. No, I didn't watch the movies, but I did read the book, Flowers in the Attic.
Did you read the entire series?
No, I read the book. The book. That was it.
So did I, but they had more books after that.
I know that. And I said, no, not for me.
They were okay up until the last, I consider it the last book. The one, it was a prequel, when you got to look at the grandmother's life. I actually liked that one. The issue, and you can tell she was dying when she was writing that one. Like, you could kind of tell that it was her style of writing and her actual writing, but sometimes it was too fluid. So you knew it was the ghostwriter touching it up. And after she died, they just had this, they made up some story about, she had manuscripts in her safe and this guy's just editing them and putting together. He wrote all that shit in her name. Mommy Dearest was pro-choice. No more wire hangers. Oh.
Yeah. No more wire hangers.
Damn, Wiki.
That was a hard. If you've ever seen that movie, that is a hard movie to watch.
It was really hard, and she got disinherited at the end. That was fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that is true or not, but
she went around saying she was disinherited. I don't know about the rest of the movie.
I bet about the movie. Yeah,
she claims it's true, but you never know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's hard to.
I bet a lot of it was true, though.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Because people just did not like Joan Crawford for some reason in real life.
She was. She didn't have. Let's put it this way: when she didn't have to do much acting to be a bitch.
Oh.
To portray the bitch. She didn't have to do much acting. For a while, I had an interest in the 1950s Hollywood.
Yeah.
And, the back of the days of the studio actors where, actors signed into a studio for 7-year contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't sign a 3-movie deal. You signed a 7-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's right.
If another studio was doing a movie, they literally had to pay not only the actor, but the studio that owned the actor.
Mm-hmm. And they could tell you, no, you can't be in that movie.
No matter how good of a movie it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, the Hollywood tell-all books at the time, man, Joan Crawford was not a pleasant person to be around. Nor was Bette Davis. They were not pleasant people. So.
Yeah, after they did whatever happened to Baby Jane, they couldn't put those two actresses together in a movie again. Couldn't do it. They wouldn't do it.
Well,
They wanted to make a sequel. We are mixing
uh,
up the birds today. Yep.
Yeah, we are.
she
It's
totally
just
treated children differently afterwards. Yep. Yeah, I never thought Betty Davis was a. I didn't get that whole Betty Davis Eyes song.
I didn't think she was very attractive, but she was a great actress. So
well, for
So
a time when she was younger, I thought she was pretty attractive, but but then again, you know, for people of our time to try to judge the attractiveness of people at that time when beauty standards were much
yeah,
different than they are today, it's not something you're going to easily accomplish, right?
yeah. But she was
Because
talented. You can't deny it. So
oh yeah, she.
I get it. It's kind of sad now.
Uh, I mean, Marilyn Monroe. Look at her versus. Do you think she'd be a movie star today?
Yes.
no,
No.
No.
no, because if you look at all right, so just to give you some idea, right? Let's look at Marilyn Monroe compared to Cameron Diaz. Okay, so when you see Marilyn Monroe, she um, in by today's beauty standards, she's chubby and baby faced and just not that pretty. But if you look at for her time, she was like the um, quintessential woman.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I always thought she was gorgeous.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, I still do. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought she was quite attractive, but compared to people of our time, so compared to today's beauty standards, a lot of people would say, she's just not that hot," and studio execs and stuff would never um, uh,
Yeah.
pick her because you look at like Renee Zellweger, right?
Oh,
In
I
the
never
younger
liked
days,
her.
I always thought she was quite pretty, right? But
I
yeah,
never did.
I always did. I always thought she was quite pretty, but by the beauty standards, even of her time, she, well, no. But I did. I found her attractive. So it's just
It's
teach
I
their
don't know.
own.
It's interesting you brought up the weight thing though, because it isn't till you said it that I realized. But her arms were never fat, and her face was never fat. It was just her hips. You
Well, yeah,
know.
she was curvy, right? Back in the
Yeah.
by today's standards, because you look at like actresses of today, right? That everybody's like all hot and bothered over. They're not curvy at all.
I know they're sticks. It's funny. I didn't think of that till you mentioned it just now. I was just thinking about her looks overall. I think if she did match that stereotype body type, I think her face would still get her into acting.
Um,
That's just me though. But because when I get a lot of it's makeup and lighting and stuff, but if she had the same makeup and lighting she did back then, the same hairstylist, I think she still would have made it. She just had
okay,
something.
well, that's yeah, it's
I think Yvonne DiCarlo probably wouldn't have made it as
yeah,
beautiful
definitely.
as she was. Yeah, her and oh my God, who was the other one? Carolyn Jones. I know
Yeah,
two different
Carolyn
shows, but
Jones.
yeah,
Yeah. So there's a lot of them from back in that day that today would not cut it. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's and there's a lot of actresses today who people are just all hot and bothered over, and I don't get.
me
I
neither.
just don't get why, and I'm like, I don't get it.
I don't either.
But that's just me. But I'm a
That's
little
why I don't
weird
go to
too.
a lot of movies today. Sophia. Oh, now I do love Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, yeah.
She's fun. I only know her from Modern Family though, so
Um, I've
Travis
seen her in a
O'Brien.
couple movies. Um, she was in this movie with Jenny McCarthy, and
Ew.
I wanted to watch it because I thought, well, Sophia Vergara, it's funny and everything, but just between me and the fence post, Jenny McCarthy, she drags down everything she's in,
Yeah, she's not very funny.
and she's not the least bit funny, and she's
No,
just, I don't get it. I don't get it.
she's about as funny as Amy. What's her name? You know who
Oh,
I'm talking about?
Schlumer,
Yeah, yeah,
Amy
yeah.
Schumer stuffed
Yep.
herself in that the leather thing. Yeah, no, just no, just please walk away. Yeah, no, she's not the least bit funny. She's not attractive in any way. She's
Hmm.
um, who's that other blonde chick that's like that?
Rebel Wilson.
No,
Sure.
she's all over Instagram showing her boobs and stuff. And
I don't know who
Chelsea
that is. I
Handler,
don't.
Chelsea Handler.
Oh, that bitch. The one
Yeah,
who said she was going to show 50 Cent how to be a black man or whatever.
yeah. You had to remind 50 Cent that he's black, right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there
Fucking
you go.
idiots.
Yeah, so
I guess
and it's not even so much that is this. She's not funny.
she's not funny,
Well,
but when I heard her say that shit, I just wanted to stab her in the eyeball.
well, and this my just my own personal opinion, but when you see an actress or an actor, but usually the actress out there, that all of a sudden they start showing uh, you know boobs and other body parts after they've made a career, you
Yeah,
know
Hmm.
that their career is on the downhill slide,
Hmm.
yeah. They're trying to get attention.
right? Now they're just going after the clicks,
Yeah,
you know,
just trying to get attention.
and sometimes they're who's that one that uh, actress that just got her boobs cut off and claiming she's a man now.
Elliot
Oh,
Page.
Yeah, Paige. Right. You don't dare call them by their original name anymore. But what's going to happen in 5, 6, 7 years, and all of a sudden, being being a trans isn't the thing anymore. Well,
That's their problem.
now she's permanently locked into a position that she can't get herself out of.
yeah, she's kind of stuck.
Yep. Oh, Sarah Silverman. I don't see how anybody ever found Sarah Silverman funny.
Neither do
Her
I. I don't get it.
her jokes were always the same joke, just told different ways.
Well, and that's like Samantha Bee, right?
Who?
Samantha Bee.
Oh
Never
yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah, how does anybody find that her the least bit funny? I don't get it. All she's doing is just being a snotty bitch. And there's nothing funny about it.
Oh, I'm glad I don't know about her.
Yeah, yeah, she had her own show for a little while, one of those late night shows, but she's
Yeah.
not funny.
Oh, okay. Late night shows are fucking
Yeah.
boring.
Uh, Basically because what was that one cartoon sketch that she got famous with?
I don't
Oh.
know.
I don't remember either. But as some cartoon she was involved with, all of a sudden, came hot among the in crowd for a little while. So it just, like, okay. Yeah, you said Carolyn Jones. I'm sitting there going, okay, the name is familiar. I'm having to dig up to see who she is. And of
The
course,
Munsters.
the
Not the
Munsters,
Munsters. Adam's Family.
right, the Addams Family. But then, uh, uh, what was that? Then I saw that she was in another movie that was really good. But she did some movies with Elvis,
Hmm.
and so she definitely had. had a career. So yeah, that anyway. I don't see how. Yeah, they. Okay, after the Adams Family, her biggest role was as Mrs. Moore, the wife of the plantation owner in Roots.
Yes, I remember that. And she was all washed out, and
Yeah,
And what was her
she was
biggest
in.
role?
the wife of the plantation owner in Roots.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Wiki, you're
Uh,
saying Adult Wednesday Adams. Are you talking about the YouTube series? Because that was really great.
wasn't that Hulu
I don't know if anybody,
Well, there
if
is
there
one
was.
on Netflix right now.
or Netflix rather? Yeah. No,
That's.
they canceled that.
I don't know. I didn't watch any
I
of
know
it.
there's a Young Wednesday Adams one where she's at boarding school, and they picked it up for another season, I think. But when I see Adult Wednesday Adams, I think of the YouTube series that somebody did. It was really good. They were like five
Oh,
minute clips.
oh, okay. As long as you're not talking about Corno,
Dude!
Corno Wednesday.
Rule 43.
Oh my god!
What?
Nothing. I keep forgetting you guys are men.
Yes, we
So,
are. Warm-blooded, red-blooded American males. That's right.
come on, you know there's not anything out there that hasn't been done as a Corno movie.
I was really surprised with the Left 4 Dead ones, I gotta admit.
Left for Dead. Okay.
Rule 43, like you said. Or was it Rule 34? I don't know. But
I
yeah,
don't
the Left 4
know.
Dead
I
one was
don't
fucking
really
wild.
care.
Because they had the
Haven't seen
smoker and,
them.
the tongue and everything, and just, yeah.
Okay.
Haven't seen them. Don't care.
I'm sorry, Shroom?
I've got
You're
to
gonna
look.
look it up. I know you are. It's okay.
Yes, because I've never heard of Rule 43 before.
Rules. I don't know what the fuck the number is, but
Is
yeah,
it
it's a
43 or
rule.
is it 34? But yeah.
Let's ask the audience because I have no fucking clue. I'm tired and I don't care. All I know is when
Okay.
I saw that girl dressed like Zoe running from a hunter, I just fell over laughing. I'm sorry.
Okay. Rule 34. Internet
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there
meme
you
which
go.
claims that internet pornography exists concerning every possible topic.
Yep.
Okay. If it
Everything will be
exists,
turned
there is
into it.
porn of it.
Yep, Wookie had that right there.
So, yes, it's out there.
Told you.
The Alice in Wonderland one was really stylish. I liked it. It was,
That one
it
was actually
wasn't just
wasn't bad.
that was like an art house kind of thing,
It was.
But the Left 4 Dead one just had me laughing so hard. I shouldn't laugh.
I must have lived a sheltered life because I've never seen or heard of. I'm not a big porno fan, so
I'm
I've,
not either. Sometimes it just happens, so.
Yeah, sometimes you can't avoid it because I'm not. I don't go out of my way to find that stuff.
I would never.
The hell was that?
What?
Oh, sorry. I'm off of my own
a
little
little
world
bit
here.
of truth got caught in Ramen's throat.
Yeah.
What the hell, you guys? This is
I
supposed
didn't.
to be a judgment-free zone here.
It is.
What? I've been doing it wrong all this time.
God damn
I
it.
had no idea.
You can't. I refuse to be shamed. You cannot shame me.
We're
We
not
don't
trying to
try to
shame you. We're just
shame
making
you.
fun of you.
We
We're
know
different.
you're absolutely shameless.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah,
What
well,
did I walk into moments?
Okay, so
I don't know. It's not my show. It's not my channel.
here you go. All right. So here's the
This
thing.
show,
All right?
this is one of those things. It's just it starts off with movie quotes and it ends up you know, down a different rabbit hole.
Yeah, see,
I
this
Wow.
is,
I
you
actually
know,
had to explain to my wife what a rabbit hole was the other day.
oh, yeah, good luck on that one, right?
Well, she saw that rabbit hole commercial from the Super Bowl,
Oh, I didn't see
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah.
and so I had to explain it to her.
It's not a difficult concept to explain.
So
It's not, but some people are not familiar with idioms from other places. And
Uh-huh.
me being a big idiot, I'm pretty familiar with idioms.
Wiki,
Whoa!
I actually looked that up after that CSI episode.
What? What'd you look
Oh,
up?
come on. Blue waffle?
Oh, yeah, I looked that up too.
Yeah,
It's a myth. It's not real.
There were pictures like Eggo with blue food coloring and stuff.
Now I want blueberry waffles.
Who
I haven't
doesn't?
had breakfast yet.
Blueberry what?
You
I'm
know I'm not a
Yeah,
morning person.
I had breakfast like 4 hours ago, five
I
hours ago.
know.
I'm fixing to have lunch.
I'm trying to remember. There's
Hmm.
um, don't look up a train pool.
A train
Don't look
what?
up pink stocking.
Yeah,
You
don't look
know,
up a train pool.
a train
I got
pull. Yeah, yeah. Pull, right?
right.
Yeah, because I've known what that was since I was like 15.
Good. Well, I
What pulling a
found
train is.
no, not pulling a train. Not it's not pulling a train.
Oh God, Sean, stop!
See, you guys got to quit yelling out random stuff not to look up because you know I'm going to be writing this shit down and looking it up as soon as we're done because I'm like that. That's how I roll. So just
This
quit
is
doing
something
that.
I found out about on TikTok. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds absolutely disgusting.
I don't even want to know about it. I don't even want to hear about TikTok. TikTok does not exist in my world.
Uh,
See, you know what I've been doing of late?
What?
what?
Because, like several creators that I like and I follow and I watch their videos and stuff, right? They all say, "Oh, I'm a huge AP fan. AP's so cool." So I've been watching late night with the Don's Paul, right?
Okay.
And that's what he does. He shows clips of people being idiots on TikTok and stuff like that. And now I'm kind of a little upset with him. So, because, I didn't need to see this shit. But now I've seen it. And you can't unsee it.
One, no matter how much bleach you pour, you can't erase it from your sight.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, once it's been seen, it can't be
Cannot be
unseen.
unseen. Yes.
You know.
Yeah. So I'm a little upset with him, but in the long run,
Aw.
but for the most part, he makes me laugh quite hard because. So I'm not that upset. And I'm
As
going
you
to
said,
continue to watch him.
yeah. The only thing I found good about TikTok is I spent a lot of time on their food section, cooking talk.
The
I spent
YouTube shorts have good food stuff too, though.
so
There are a
I
lot of
spent
places that, and there's a lot of the food stuff that, frankly, um, I'm looking at that going, yeah, that doesn't look good to me. But a lot of people seem to think it's a good idea. So, hey, more power to them.
okay.
I like Dylan Hollis, the gay guy, but I love when he finds something that he doesn't think he's gonna like, and it surprises him, and he likes it. He gets this like amazed expression on his face, like food is brand new all of a sudden. It's great. Like the peanut butter bread.
Okay, I have no idea who Terrence Pop is.
Me neither.
Terrence Pop.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
Okay.
That
If you
name
come
sounds
here look
familiar to
for
me.
family friendly, politically correct humor, I got bad news for you. So,
Sounds like us.
so Everyone has a purpose. Okay, if you're oh well, if I got told to watch them on YouTube, I'd tell them I don't have time to
Uh-huh.
watch people on YouTube. I've I'm as full as I can get with my YouTube time.
Well, see, like a lot of stuff like Monkey in the Morning, Sunshine Stream, a lot of them, I listen to them while I'm working. I don't
Right.
really watch it. And that's the reason why I like live streams is because I can have it, playing, um, and I don't have to pay attention, other than I can hear it.
Okay. Uh, 20 plus Army year vet. Okay. Well, I tell you, anybody that spends 20 years in the military's got a screwed up view. Anyway, it just depends on which way that screw's turned.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just sorry to hear you weren't cool enough to be in the Navy, but that's all right.
Wow.
Yeah. That's, some of us like to keep our feet dry.
Mm.
So you know what the only difference between a sailor on deployment and a prisoner is?
What?
Sailor runs a chance of drowning every day.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoosh.
I feel like I'm missing something, but it's probably me.
Well, if you think
I
about it,
mean,
right, a convict, they wear, blue pants and a blue shirt with a number
Hmm.
stenciled on your chest. You get 3 meals a day, but they're really not great. You get told when to wake up, when to go to bed. So basically, that's like being a sailor on a ship underway. Except for the only difference is you can't leave, right? Can't go
Yeah.
anywhere. The only
Hmm.
difference is when you're on the ship, you run the chance of drowning every day. It's the only difference.
Okay. Yes, if you want.
okay. That's, I
So it's one of
understand.
those jokes. It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
It says Air Force and Navy are best for learning civilian trade. The Air Force, if you want to learn a civilian trade, you either go into um, computers, anything dealing with the computer side of the house, communications, uh, and that's, or, you know, uh, dang it, now, now I can't remember the name that they used for their construction groups.
Uh,
Red Horse, or you go into one of the Red Horse careers, which is all the construction people. But aircraft maintenance, that's not uh, unless you're a crew chief, you're not really going to get into uh, you're not going to get aircraft jobs out there. They're airlines, they'll hire some military Air Force maintainers, but for the most part, they prefer to train their own. So, well, Wiki, I've gotten three backseat flights in the F-15 in my career, and that while I enjoyed the flights, I was glad I got them. It was an experience that very few people ever get. Uh, there was a couple of times I had to shut my microphone off because I was muttering myself because those pilots like to do stupid things like fly close enough you can count the rivets in the aircraft next to you. And that's just too stupid close for me. But anyway, Rosebud.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Everybody knows it, but nobody's seen that movie anymore.
Right?
Yeah. I saw the movie when I was a kid, but that's all I can say about it anymore. I saw it when I was a kid. Let's see. But now here's a movie I know you've seen though. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I like that movie. I
So,
did. I like salsa better though.
all right, we'll
That was
talk to you
another good
later,
movie.
Data. Y'all have a good one. 5 minutes to 12. Yep. That means we need to start shutting it down because this Florida sailor man's got to go back to work.
Yes, he does.
His lunch break is over with. In fact, that's probably why he's got his mic muted because he's on a phone call.
That's
So
how it goes.
we'll give him a chance to come back and have his words of wisdom. I saw Dirty Dancing because the wife wanted to see it, and uh, I almost hated Jerry Orbach by the end of that movie.
Yeah.
You know, so I almost hated him by the end of that movie. Just did not care for him.
Well,
But
he was strict authority figure.
he was trying to protect his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't fault the man for trying to. Oh God, they actually selling tickets for the Super Mario Brother movie.
Okay.
That's a movie I'm going to avoid.
All right.
Uh, the daughter-in-law decided that they are going to do a gender reveal. They're going to do it. I think she's in 2 weeks.
Uh,
So I'll be starting to buy for another grandchild.
will there be explosives involved?
Most likely there will be, if they do it like they did last time, there will be a bow and arrow, her deer target, and a very large balloon.
Okay.
Hey, Batman, how you doing this
Hey,
morning?
Batman. You know what? I did love Patrick Swayze. I liked him in Donnie Darko, especially. So
Um, I liked him in Roadhouse.
I think my boyfriend tried to get me to see it, and I just kind of
You oh
glossed over it.
you've never seen Roadhouse?
I I went to see it. I didn't watch it.
Oh man, it that actually has one of my favorite quotes that I actually believe in.
What?
Be nice. Always be nice until it's time not to be nice. And
Uh,
you'll know when that time is. I'll tell you. So, yeah, and I actually believe in that quote. That is a quote to live by.
hey, Sean, come on. She just wants to have some fun. Let's not judge.
Sean, I I don't care. She's a good marksman with her bow. That's how she kills one of her deer every year. She goes bow hunting. So, but there's no, was it telemite, tagamite, whatever, that, or explosive gunpowder used or anything else. And I actually like my daughter-in-law. She's a pretty good person. She's good. She's good to my son, and she's good to my grandson.
Aw.
And that is the most important things in the world to me. You know, so it took her a while to get used to me. It took her about 2 years to get used to me. 2 years after they got married. So, but you know, I guess I bit on the gruff side. Well, I don't know if Dar's coming back, so or if he's going to be able to come back. So, yeah, that takes something to get used to me there, Wiki. So, anyway, you got any words of wisdom before we head out the door here today, Ramen?
Nope. I got nothing.
You got nothing. Okay. Well, what I got is everybody, have fun, enjoy yourselves. It is Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Try to have as much fun getting in trouble as you do getting out of it. Or, no, I said that back asswards. Have as much fun getting out of trouble as you did getting in it.
And don't call me for bail. I'm broke.
Oh, yeah, I don't supply bail or lawyers. All
Oh.
right. So, I mean, that's what I told my son. I don't supply bail or lawyers. If you get arrested, you're in jail until the judge lets you out. So, everyone have a good one. We'll see you all later. Bye.